Welcome to G.N.A Podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where we drink shit out of mason jars because somebody gave it to you at work. I'm your host, Cecil Xavier, and yeah, at least the jar says made in the USA. It's covered in cat hair, too. It's going to be incredible. But enough about me. Let's see who's with me tonight. Who the hell is here? Oh, yeah, Zyber. How you feeling, man?
Well, I am feeling a little better now that I have some pre-graining done.
Fan-friggin-tastic. And we got Shinzu joining us. Shinzu, you're back. How you doing, man? How's it been a couple weeks?
Oh, man, it's been a wonderful couple weeks. Not that I missed you guys or anything. I didn't, but...
Nice.
I actually was unfortunately too busy to do the podcast. I was actually on vacation last week, and I was in Boston.
Aw,
Tell me
you
more
didn't
sweet
care.
little lies.
I didn't. I went to Boston, and I pretty much drank the entire weekend and walked
All
around
right.
Boston.
First
Good
off, you can't just say you went to Boston.
I
You
did.
went to Boston.
I went to Boston and got some Dunkin' Donuts.
You drove there in your car.
I drove there in my car.
And you heard him. We got the article there with us as well. He came back for some more punishment. How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. Sounds like you are plowing into those wings, if not devoured them already.
Oh, I was good. I only had a couple, and also a slider.
Ooh, you bastard! So good.
It was.
Oh man. Well, first thing of the night. What is everybody drinking or smoking? I'm actually going to start this night only because I am very, very interested to crack into this. So a gentleman that I know at work went on an escapade and went to West Virginia, and I have a mason
Jesus
jar.
fucking Christ. Jesus titty fucking Christ.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say right there is he went to West Virginia.
So I'm holding a jar in my hand that. So he said he gave me. He said he gave me he called it a vodka aged in an old barrel. I'm really hoping he's not referring to an old oil barrel.
It is
And
pretty golden.
Well, he gave me a vodka that they called it a vodka aged in a barrel, and then he said he gave me some Japanese whiskey. I'm just gonna let you know this did not smell like whiskey, so I'm pretty sure this is the surprise jar.
It's called when you take a sip, you hear banjos.
I'm going to I'm going to give you guys a play for play on this because
It
I'm
looks
really
like
interested.
anything
some
like the
old
picture
guy-
you sent.
So some old guy gave you a drink, and you have no idea what it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was
You're
Bill
drinking
Cosby
heroin,
like?
dude.
He's really nice in person.
I was gonna say that if it's what you showed us in the picture here, it looks like some old dude just dropped his nuts right inside of it. Swirled it around a little bit.
The color of this is the color of that amber stone that you saw the mosquitoes stuck in Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry if I'm talking funny. I just got wires put on, so I'm having trouble keeping the lips correct. But that's the color of this stuff. It looks like that amber stone out of Jurassic Park.
Were there bugs in it?
Actually, there is a mosquito in it. Look at that. They got a little extra.
That's the tequila worm.
The tequila mosquito.
I mean, like, it's been pickled, right? It can't hurt me. Yeah, it can't hurt me. Anyway, the smell is what's really interesting. The smell smells like a sherry, but with, I don't know, maybe if you put a bottle of sherry on the end of an atomic bomb.
Hold on. I know a few sherries, and they don't smell so nice.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna try and hit this and see what it's like. It's smooth.
No, it's
Real smooth. Woo!
It turned out to be piss.
Oh my god, that's got a great aftertaste. Oh god, it feels like I just swallowed a hot coal though. That's amazing.
Yikes.
That is amazing.
It's a good way to get rid of your laser eye surgery a lot faster.
Oh man, hold on. Yeah, I actually need a chaser.
That's rough, man.
Woo! That's good. Oh god, that's good.
I think we have very different definitions of good.
Oh god, that's making my nipple hair stand up.
Again, weird.
Whew. Alrighty. Well, I don't know what the hell this is, but this is incredible, and I'm going to enjoy this ride. What are you smoking there, Article?
Wait, is it me or?
Yeah, Article. What are you smoking?
Oh man, this stuff called Passion Orange Guava. It's just a sativa. It's like 28%, so pretty high.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't recognize his name when you called him.
Good point.
This is a fair point. No, what I was saying is I thought Solvent had to go first.
Oh no, I randomly call whoever's. Honestly, my vision kind of crossed there for a minute, so I read the first name I could recognize.
Fair.
So what's it like? I mean,
right. Smooth as hell, man. Like, it's just nice. Like if I try to think about it, then I just kind of lose all my words.
then that means it's a good sativa.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, all right. Well, what about you there, Shinzu?
I am actually drinking an Irish whiskey, Napoli Castle 12-year single malt Irish whiskey. I sent you a picture on it and told you this stuff was pretty awesome. Turns out it's not the one I thought it was. It's still pretty good, but it has a nice burning aftertone to it, but it's not the smoother one that I sent you that I thought it was. The room that I was in kind of gave me the wrong whiskey, and they can't remember which one the original one actually was, so...
Now, when you say smooth like a mosquito inside of an amber-colored liquid that tastes like, or that feels like a coal going down your throat?
Smooth that if you actually required a chaser, you could drink another shot of that stuff to help wash it down.
All right. I like it. What do you got, Zyber? Actually, what the hell are you drinking, Zyber?
First off, is it smooth like that one that we tried at Halyard?
Oh, way smoother. Way
Oh,
smoother.
really?
Yeah. So
oh my God.
I went to this place called the Whiskey Room here, and they have like 250 odd selections of different whiskeys from around the world. They even have like a McClellan. There's like a 40-year-old whiskey there, but I'm not spending $400 for a dram. And I got a flight, but they were all out of every single flight, like everything but one they were out of. So they just did a bunch of substitutions. And when they gave me the flight, they basically said these are the whiskeys that you have. And I tried like the third one down, and it was absolutely amazing. And I asked the waitress, like, what is this whiskey? Because I'm going to go and buy a bottle. And she's like, oh, that's the Napoli Castle 12-year. Sweet. I went out and I got 2 bottles of it. It's about $45 a bottle. So, right. And then I opened one up and I poured it, and it's similar in notes, but it's a little more harsher than the one I tasted in the Whiskey Room. So I went back to the Whiskey Room, and they said it was probably a bourbon. So I got a couple samples of different bourbons, and I have to kind of go back and find that nectar of the gods.
So let me just get this straight. You're saying $45 is a lot to spend on a bottle of whiskey?
No, not at all. I'm just saying I bought 2 bottles, so overall I spent $90 in whiskey, and while it's not the one I expected it to be, it's still worth it. It's still delicious.
I brought back a $200 and some odd of whiskey for Daymock from England.
Was that what brand was that? Wasn't McClellan?
It was Cooper's Choice.
Oh, Cooper's Choice. Okay.
And it was only done from it was 1998. I think it was bottled in 2015 or 2016 or something like that.
It's not that old. I mean, like you can get a bottle of McClellan 21. I'm not really a fan of not really.
Yeah, this Cooper's Choice though was cask strength, so it was like 53 or 54%, and it was like no other whiskey I've ever had in my entire life. And I've had less than a half an ounce of it. That's how good it is. I don't think he's even touched it that much.
And that you said that was is that an Irish or is that what?
Well, it's Scotch, so Scottish.
Because Scotch doesn't make it Scottish.
Yeah, it does.
Does that mean Scotch tape is?
No, but Scotch is very specific. It's like champagne. It's from a very specific region. Scotch is a very specific whiskey.
Fair.
You might want to consult some of the distilleries around here then.
Well, the distilleries around here don't typically make Scotch; they make whiskey.
All right. I am drinking a Citizen Cider, Dirty Mayor. It is a ginger-infused cider. I've been kind of craving ginger beer and missing the day that Shinzu and I went to Halyard. And I really haven't found anything that compares.
All right. Well, what's it taste like?
It has a sweet, crisp cider front, and then quickly the taste of the ginger pepperiness hits you, and then it's back to that like sweet, crisp apple. So it's like it's ease you in, ease you out. It's nice. It's refreshing.
Nice. Alrighty, well, State of Games. State of Games is where we talk about what we played for the or we pontificate about what we feel games are just in general today. So let's reverse that right around. Zyra, what's your State of Games, man?
My State of Games is I've been playing Starbound for the entire week, dumping every last bit of spare time into it, and I ended up sleeping through the wife going to Colorado because of it.
Okay. All right. Anything else, or?
No, it's literally been nothing but Starbound all week, and let's see, last weekend too for a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to wake up to like see her off, but yeah, I stayed up until like 3 a.m. After work, and I slept through all my alarms.
All right. Well, that's respectable. What's your State of Games there, Article?
So, haven't really played too much this week, but I did find time to... There's a new Zombies map available for Blackout, and I managed to play some of that. And what else? Oh yeah, I also downloaded Crackdown 3, thanks be to the Game Pass, and I played that for a little bit last night. And yeah, Crackdown 3 is kind of There's just not a lot to do in it. It's most of the missions are basically identical. Haven't checked out the multiplayer mode of it though to see if that's any good. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No Apex Legends, or did you say that and I missed it?
Oh, I think I did play. I think I played on like Sunday or something. Yeah. I did. We had a couple really good rounds. I got first place once, finally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats on the win.
Not really thanks to me. My teammates were fucking rocking it, but still, I got the last kill, so it made me feel important.
Nice. Oh, God. Shinzi, what's your State of Games, man?
I've been on vacation, so I really haven't played any.
Not even on your phone?
Nah, dude, I haven't. The 2 games I was playing on my phone, I kind of just stopped playing them altogether.
What games do you guys play on your phone?
I was playing Fire Emblem Heroes, and then also Dragalia Lost, both Nintendo titles, but they become uninterested to stop playing them.
Fair. Anyone else?
Well, I play Marvel Strike Force on my phone a lot, and there's another game. It's a Walking Dead game. It's like the Survival Road or something like that. And I play Pokemon Go every now and then. But that's taken pretty much of a back burner.
Yeah, I gotta say the only game that I really ever play on my phone is Plants vs. Zombies 2. I don't know why.
I currently play Galaga Revenge, Another Eden, and Pokemon Go.
How's Marvel Strike Force? Is it good?
It is fun. I dig it. It's did you ever play like Star Trek Timelines by any chance?
No.
Okay, so it plays a lot like that. It's a typical, you wait for energy to build up and you spend energy on specific actions. But you have the different characters from the Marvel Universe, and each of the characters have their own specific powers that they have, of course. Like Wolverine can heal himself, and he does like stupid, crazy damage, but he's slow by comparison to most of the other people. So if you put him on a team, if you put him against somebody who's just super quick, that super quick person might be able to dodge Wolverine and actually do more damage to Wolverine and eventually kill him.
Fair.
So, but it's
so it's like
really
strategy
cool.
Or
it is strategy. So it's basically a team. You have a team of 5 and you fight against other teams of 5 or villains, or like in raids and stuff like that. You can fight against like 16 different enemies at the same, not the same time. Usually there's about 9 or so on the screen at the same time as you. But yeah, it's there's a strategy around it because you have to have your different characters complement each other's powers. So, depending on the situation you're going into, what powers you want to have. Like typically when you're going against a lot of characters simultaneously, you want a character that'll do debuffs. If you're going against a bunch of characters that are going to have a lot of debuffs that they strike against you, then you want to have a member of your team that can clear debuffs, stuff like that. So there's a lot of strategy around it, but there's, just like every other game, there's a complete meta to it. So right now the meta is the P Defenders, or Punisher Defenders.
P Defenders?
The P Defenders, yes. P as in like Punisher Defenders.
The
because
pedophiles.
because you put the 4 defenders that are there, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, together with the Punisher, and between all of them, they buff each other. Like
P defenders is what they came up with.
Yep, or pretenders, I think, like that, or pretenders or something like that is another way to describe it. It's actually it's a silly meta, but it works because, like, for instance, Iron Fist has this heal ability that heals a ton of damage, but it heals it only to himself and other defenders, and then a chance to do it to other city characters. The Punisher has an ability where if anybody attacks Daredevil, the Punisher will attack them. And if any one of your characters uses a non-attack ability, the Punisher has a chance to attack as well. So it really works out well. It's just kind of like the old Magic theory, it's old trading card theory, where for every one action you do, you want to make sure that multiple actions happen. So
right.
an action is you heal a character. Well, if you heal multiple characters, that's multiple action. If your action is to heal a character and another one of your characters attack, you've healed a character and you've attacked. So it's multiple actions for one action that you've done. It's the same methodology, basically doing more actions before your other team does more actions. It works out. It's a fun game. If you get on a good group or a good alliance, it maintains a lot. But if you're in a junk alliance, it gets really boring quick.
Fair.
Woo! God, that stuff is good. Anyways, my state of games is I have been playing a little bit of Starbound. We stood up the Starbound server this past week, so we actually have a Starbound server that's cranking out there. I actually have not played a game of Apex Legends since last Friday.
That'll change tonight.
Oh, yeah, it will. What else have I been playing? Trying to think. I've had a really, really slow week for gaming. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork this week. I'm almost done with my paper that I've been working on. I just started my new semester today, so if I can get done with my paper tomorrow, I can be done with my first class, tomorrow. But yeah, I've just been doing a lot of schoolwork, so I really haven't played that much. I've been playing Marvel Strike Force on my phone, a little bit of Starbound to get the Starbound server up and running. Been tooling around with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty lame, actually, to tell you the truth. But there really hasn't been anything that's come out. Like, there's nothing really out there that I'm dying to play. Anthem came out recently, and I'm really glad I didn't. I'm really, really glad I didn't pre-order that.
Yeah, that came out like a wet fart.
I had a lot of hope for it, and it looked good. I played the beta, and I was really disappointed with the beta. And this is not me shitting on anybody who likes the game. If you like the game, awesome. I just didn't care for it, and that's my opinion.
I was going to pick up that game myself as well, and one of my coworkers picked it up, and they basically came in the next day and they said, "Do you remember how awesome you thought Destiny was going to be?"
Exactly.
And you sat down and you played it for 3 hours and you realized this game is just nothing what it was supposed to be. And he's like, "That's exactly how Anthem is." And I was like, "All right, I'm skipping it then."
Yeah, and you know what though? I desperately hope that Anthem turns out like Destiny, where it starts off super junky and gets super good by the end. Because by the end of Destiny 1, they had a really, really, I wouldn't say a great game, but a really fun game that had actually good content to it. The lore was
if they released Destiny at the very end of Destiny, at the very beginning of Destiny, expanded upon that game would have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And they had a great opportunity with Destiny 2, with where they built up with Destiny 1. But then they just took it and said, "We've got all this great idea with the end of Destiny 1. Let's just screw that up."
I honestly wonder, because now they're getting out from under EA, right? Was it EA or was Activision? Activision. What they're going to do with Destiny 3 when they finally come out with Destiny 3?
See, now
they're just going to scrap Destiny 3 entirely.
That's where I think I'm a bit harsh on Destiny and Bungie, because everybody is clamoring, including Bungie, and this is why I'm skeptical of it. Because even Bungie is going, well, it was Activision. It was Activision's fault that it sucked. We were under such a strict regimen and we had to do so much. And they're pushing so much of trying to push the blame onto somebody else that it makes me very skeptical that they are going to be able to pull anything off decent without Activision involved.
They did the same thing when it came to Halo, the Halo series. They kept complaining that Microsoft was pushing them so hard.
That's was
the reason
true,
ultimately
though.
why they split. I mean, I imagine so, and I imagine Activision pushes people pretty hard as well.
It can be true of both, that like Activision could be pushing them too hard or riding them too hard, and they just can't deliver what they're hoping to.
Well,
here's it exists. We'll find out.
Here's the thing, though. If you take a look at the contract, that
I'm saying one doesn't mean the other is like one isn't the cause for the other. Is what I'm trying to say. Like the game would have been mediocre even if Activision weren't involved.
Well, that's the thing where I'm saying is that I don't know that Activision is the enemy here. I mean, I don't like Activision. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not advocating for Activision, but I don't think Activision is quite the enemy that everybody, including Bungie, is making them out to be. Because in the contract, if you read it, the contract just basically stipulated that Bungie had to release specific content on a specific set, like on a specific schedule. Like they were like, look, this is what you're saying you can do. And let's be honest here, Bungie signed it. It wasn't like it was
also true.
It wasn't really a far-fetched thing. There was some pretty legitimate dates in there, and yeah, they were a little aggressive. I can say that, but they weren't unreasonable by any stretch of the imagination. And Bungie signed it. Bungie said they could do it. So that's why I'm skeptical that it being out of Activision's hand. Now, from my point of view, looking at it, now that just tells me that that Bungie has nobody sitting over them saying, you have to get this done. Now they're just free willy-nilly to just do it whenever. So,
well, I also think it's a bit of a weird concept. Like, the game is Destiny. What does that mean?
I don't understand the question.
Like would assume then that the character you're playing, they're somewhat destined to do something great, right?
Yeah, die and be reborn again.
Or kill a god, yeah.
Sure.
So I think the most important question we can really ask ourselves is that now that Bungie is separating and becoming their own company again, do you think they'll go back and finish the NA?
No,
but that's my point. Is that I don't know that Bungie is going to do any better without Activision in the picture. In fact, I think if they were already on the path of crashing and burning with this, that they're still on that path. Breaking from Activision is not going to help that.
I mean, breaking away from Activision did allow them to escape the layoffs.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily. But for how long?
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming as long as they're generating income with Destiny 2, they'll be able to kind of squeeze through to Destiny 3 or some other game. A lot of companies are building mobile games mobile games to keep themselves going.
All right. What do you got, Zyber?
Yeah, since they're using the Blizzard servers, why not just sign with Blizzard?
Blizzard's owned by Activision.
Yeah, Blizzard's owned by Activision. Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why they went with That's why they went with Blizzard in the first place with that.
Okay.
With Blizzard loader. Yeah. I don't know, but Anthem. If Anthem can build up enough steam that Destiny did when Destiny first came out, and came out really with a wah wah, and I mean really built some of the funnest experiences I've had in gaming to date, and even with the weird kind of glitchy things that happen, like all of a sudden you've got a captain jumping into a safe room with you that should never have been there and startling the crap out of you. Not the end of the world glitch that, breaks the game, but pretty damn funny when you're pissing your pants because you didn't expect them there because you kind of like relaxed. But if Anthem can pull off what Destiny did and really come back from a really, really botched launch, to be in all fairness, then I think they got something. But I don't know, like, nothing I've seen out of Anthem makes me want to jump in and play it.
Marty, we gotta go back in time.
Yeah. It's more like Morty. Marty, I built a bomb, Marty. I built a bomb.
Well, here's a random question for you. If you can go back in time and stop yourself from playing any game ever, what game would you stop yourself from playing?
Destiny.
Like, really? Out of all the games, it's Destiny?
Dude, I've got 2,500 some odd hours tied up with that game. If I would love to get that time back.
Oh, man.
But here's the thing, though. Didn't you have fun, Cecil?
I had fun, but there is so much I could have done with my life. Like, I could have had my master's degree already. I could have had another kid. I could have had my master's degree and a kid. I could have become Mormon and got another wife.
You can still do that.
Nah, I don't have time.
Well, the Mormon and wife thing.
Nah, I'm past my prime, man. No, I'm joking. I really dug Destiny. God, that's actually that's a really interesting question. I don't know. What does everybody else got? Give me a second to think about that.
I've been trying to. I'm not sure. I like to think that I didn't really spend a whole lot of time playing games that I didn't like.
I mean, even if you bought the game itself and you were just so embarrassed that you popped into your system, it made like your Xbox cry, your PlayStation just ball into it.
Yeah, I can think of a couple.
Because honestly, for me, it'd be Crackdown. I cannot believe I played that game.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Oh God, I should have known that there was a burn coming in somewhere. Oh God.
The first Crackdown was all right, especially given the time that it came out, when everything was just a lot more restrictive, right?
I heard Crackdown 3 was really awesome. How you liking it? I'm just joking. The game's shit.
Yeah, no, I would have to agree with that at this point. But that's because I've actually played some of it. And yeah, it's just it just feels so dead. Like, it's just uninspired.
See, like when I see a turd on the ground, I don't pick it up. When I see a turd of a game, I'm not buying it.
I didn't buy it.
You rented it?
No, it was on the Games Pass thing.
Already, jeez.
Right? Straight to fucking DVD with this one.
Well, dude, hold on. Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2 both went there as well.
Yeah, but
those are
games,
really fun games.
They are fun, but those games were never really meant to be blockbuster hits. Like Crackdown 3 was supposed to be like this huge, like, we're talking epic, like, return from Crackdown 1 and 2. It was supposed to be everything that Crackdown 1 was supposed to be. And then it just...
Like, think about how many people out there have the Game Pass, right? And so when they're releasing a game, if they put it on the Game Pass thing, then they could be like, already we have 10 million players of this game. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's the logic of Game Pass, though. It's a way to get it out there. And then when they take it off of Game Pass, there's a bunch of people who still buy it. Yeah, a bunch of people going, oh, crap, I want to go buy this because I can't play it now.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be me.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, though. They're gonna turn around and say, like, all right, this wet turd is just going to sit here and collect dust. It's going to hit that $30, $20 bin real quick.
Man,
there needs to be
fascination with turds today, man.
Right? There needs to be another comparison then, where it's like, all right, how many people played the game at launch? But then it's like, all right, how many people uninstalled the game the next day?
Yeah, right. How many people played Anthem beta and then immediately uninstalled and said no?
Right.
Well, that was...
Anthem is so whack, the fucking beta wouldn't even let me play it.
After hearing Cecil's take on the beta, I was like, I'm not even gonna download it.
Yeah,
I was so disappointed. Like, I was really hyped for that game because I love mechs, and this was like mini mechs. So my nipples got hard. I was getting a semi. I mean, blood was going to places it hasn't been in years. Married. So I mean, there was some stuff going on, and then I played the beta, and it was so. And let's be honest, it was not a beta. It was like pre-prime code used for stress testing. Come on, let's be real honest. But playing that, I felt like it was beta code because that's how buggy it was.
Do you know what was more disappointing in terms of beta games or games that released betas to the public? Do you guys ever play Elder Scrolls, the beta for that?
No.
You mean Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online.
Okay.
They had, like, when I was in the beta, they had a puzzle quest in the very beginning of the game that no one knew how to get around. So they legitimately had developers in the game masquerading as players, telling players how to solve the puzzle to get them beyond that point.
Well, that was like, what the hell? Bungie just did that with Destiny on one of the raids. No, it was a Black Armory thing where they had to unlock a puzzle and people were on it for like 36 hours. They couldn't get past it. So Bungie just said, this is how you solve it. I felt so jilted about that. I'm like, dude, you just actually took one of the best things, a puzzle that people could not figure out. Yeah, like, exactly. Spoiler. Like, you took a puzzle that people could not figure out, and then you just gave it to them. Like, that's like a magician saying, oh, hey, check out this magic trick. Oh, I want to know that. Oh, this is how you do it, kid.
They should have just removed it and put it somewhere else. Like, use the puzzle for something that isn't strictly, like, going to block you from the rest of the story. Use it for, like,
a pain in the ass patch, though.
Probably, but at least then you wouldn't have to give away the puzzle, you could use it again.
I mean, screw it, give away the puzzle, just make a harder one next time that unlocks the...
Yeah, something weird.
Can there be a hot coffee mod for Destiny? It might make the game more interesting.
Oh, I already did that. I mean, what? Alrighty, well, we actually had a topic for tonight other than anything about Destiny. It was the Division 2. Man, is that going to be a turd when it comes... Joking.
Dude, I really hope that Division 2 is not as bad as the first one.
I don't understand why people felt the first one was bad.
I think it was bad because it had such a weird expectation circling behind it, and when people actually sat down and played it, like, the original aspirations was to be like this incredible multiplayer experience, and instead you got this very linear, very bland kind of run and gun type deal, and it wasn't as tactical as it could be, and it was just basically like every other game that touts itself as going to be the next, the next FPS killer, or third person shooter killer, or the next multiplayer killing game, and it just kind of.
So the expectations were too high going in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When they released the initial trailer, they had like all this concept was down, and then when they had the game came out, and I played like the first few hours of the game, and I remember looking at it and be like, this is nothing like it. And then my coworkers got the game, and they all got the Division, and they all played it for a week, and then they all stopped.
What say you, Cecil?
So my big problem with the Division originally was it was a Tom Clancy game, and Tom Clancy games have always been, in my opinion, notoriously realistic. AKA, like Rainbow Six, the original one that came out. You breach a room, a terrorist taps you, you're down. Like, if it's anywhere in your chest, you drop. Because they're using 5.56 ammo, and close range, they're dropping you like a sack of shit. And Tom Clancy games have always been fairly consistent in the realism in that fact. And when I got to Division, Jesus Christ. When I got to Division was supposed to be the Destiny killer. It was supposed to be the multiplayer game that everybody wanted to play, and it was supposed to kill Destiny. And it didn't. Everything was a bullet sponge. In fact, they were more bullet spongy than in Destiny. Like they were like you get up to a guy, visibly he's not wearing any body armor. He's got a sniper rifle. He's standing on top of a whatever the hell it is, behind a cardboard box, and you're riddling him with bullets, going clip after clip after clip, and you barely gotten a quarter of his health gone.
Did they have like a raid situation where they had like raid bosses, or they had like events and they had event bosses that would just be nothing more than like 20-minute bullet sponges before they would go down?
Yeah, you know what? I never even got to those. But Zyber,
yeah, I never got to that either. I didn't realize that was part of it.
I was just gonna say, who's talking about shit now, Cecil?
Well, it's not that I feel the game is shit. I feel the game has got some great redeeming value. But
no.
The parts of it that I played were actually pretty fun. Like the mechanics felt good. The aiming was nice.
I love the cover system. I love the way it aims. I love the way it feels. I love everything.
Yeah.
I love the lore. The way they built lore into that game, the way that they told the story, like
at least when it first starts off, it's pretty good. It's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
So remind me, the trailer for that one, that starts off with a dude inside of a apartment complex, right? And like you see the time goes by, and he starts like boarding up the windows, and then there's all this other weird stuff happening. He's got food containers everywhere because the that sickness is spreading. Yeah.
So basically, it's a viral outbreak in New York City. They quarantine off the entirety of New York City, and they activate a cell called the Division. And those Division, you're trying to figure out how this outbreak happened, who's involved, all this other stuff.
And this is starring Leon Kennedy, right?
Yeah, right. No, so the story behind it, it totally feels like a Tom Clancy. The multimedia stuff that they did behind it, they had a book that they released with it that was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a survival book, but it had everything. It had a whole bunch of extra story. It was basically like somebody's handbook that they wrote notes in the side panels about all different stuff. And it's really an enjoyable read because it enhances the story of the Division. It's just like with Dead Space, where they released the multimedia stuff, they released the movies and the comic books and stuff. It really enhanced the story. It enhanced that immersion in it. Unlike what Destiny did, where they said, hey, we're not going to give you any story in the actual game. You're going to have to read this all outside of the game in grimoire cards.
That's something I dislike pretty much as I dislike pay to play or pay to win or whatever. I'm sorry, Zyber, what you got?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like with the Cloverfield films where they put on like the scavenger hunt online and all the other media stuff where like you do one thing to find another piece and all that.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about, Cecil?
Yes. I think. Yes.
So anyway, yeah, the idea that like if you're gonna make something that's like a multimedia piece of entertainment, right? And you're trying to tell a story with it, then I think that you should clearly tell that story. Like it shouldn't be like this comes out of the blue and you have no idea what this is, but the reason you don't know what that is because you didn't read the book. Like that is what ruined Halo. That exact thing is what ruined the Halo franchise.
Yeah.
And like if you read the lore behind Halo, like behind the sequence of events in Halo 4 and 5, then you have a whole newfound respect for what's in it, sure. But the game, as it is told, as it is displayed to me, is crap. Just the way it is, man. Like, a bad story, like even a good story could be told poorly, you know?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I really like I liked how Dead Space worked out, because you play Dead Space and you get a whole game, you get a whole story, and it's messed up. Like, it's twisty, it's turning. You're like, holy crap, this is totally messed up. And then when you watch the film, the Dead Space Downfall or whatever it is, or whatever one came first, it doesn't, like, there's nothing in the film.
Right. That's good, though. You don't need it.
Yeah, like you could not watch the film and still feel complete with the game. You watch the film and it enhances the game. You're like, oh my God, that's what happened? That's how that all turned out? Holy crap.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Because one of the things that I liked is they had audio logs in the game. And if you listen to those audio logs, you'll actually hear some of those audio logs play out in the movie. Like, they were recorded and you're watching the movie.
Yeah, and like, I just think it's a good thing to point out too. Like, maybe if some game companies stopped doing crap like this and instead further, reinforced their efforts to focus on the game, then it wouldn't, like, they wouldn't need all these extra things to help explain some of the, unclear bits of the story that's there. But those who do it as like a kind of like an added bonus or an added plus, like, that's great. That's great too. Like, that's fantastic. That I consider, like, you can go in and read a comic of Dead Space, or go in and watch like the movie or whatever, and feel like you've experienced something in the same universe, but it's different. Like, it's just another story. It's just another thing, right? Like, that's cool to me. I like that. Why wouldn't I want to do that for Halo?
Yeah, what do you got, Zyber?
Yeah, I was just going to say that's why I didn't really care for Destiny in the, like, scheme of things, because of the goddamn fucking Grimorum shit. Yeah. I didn't want to have to play a game and then go read the Grimorum shit I unlocked.
Yeah, it's so annoying. And not that it's, like, Destiny has some really, really great lore and story. It's just, it's such a pain in the ass to have to go and unlock, and I'm doing air quotes, all of that story by collecting stuff in-game, and then having to go outside of game and reread it, or read it all. It's like, why couldn't you have just given me that in the game? Give me a way to access that in the game. That way, I'm in the Destiny mode. I find it. Oh, that gave me a Grimoire card. Let me read that now. Okay, I read it. Oh, that's really cool. Then move on.
But Cecil,
what we got?
Don't you know we have an app for that? You have to download it on your phone. Then you have to log in and verify your account. I know. It's so easy.
Just scan this QR code, bro.
It's so friggin' annoying, though. That's the thing that pissed me off.
Can we have all your information so we can make more money by selling it to people? Pretty please.
How'd you like your receipt? Can we email it to you?
Yo, dog, I heard you like emails with receipts in them.
Well, ironically...
Still 10,000 pages long.
Ironically, even what we're talking about now was not really what the topic was about. Does anybody actually know what we were supposed to talk about tonight?
Something about the D, that's all I heard.
Did you announce it? Did you actually say it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It is
something about the D, that's all I remember. I assume we were talking about D, or maybe dicks. Who knows? One of the two.
Time-traveling butt plugs.
Yeah, like, looking back through the G.N.A. crew chat, like, it's all over the place, so I'm not 100% sure. Time-traveling butt plugs is the only thing that I really could get out of it.
I really don't want to talk about time-traveling butt plugs, because I don't... Yeah, I just imagine that if that was the case, they would have a very different show, and it wouldn't be about a wizard traveling in a blue box. It'd be about a proctologist going back in time.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. So the first thing... Okay, so here's the first thing we were supposed to talk about. Games with hookers and booze in it. That was the first thing.
How's that a better topic than time-traveling butt plugs?
I don't know, but hold on. Here, it goes into the next one, where literally it said, I don't remember what they actually settled on for a topic the other night. If not, how does everyone feel about discussing rhythm games, both good and bad? So we went from games with hookers and booze to rhythm games.
Is this what happens when I'm not here? Like, legitimately, you guys can't think of a topic that makes, like, any sense. Jesus.
Pretty much. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. And then we'll continue down. The next one. Hey, what are we talking about tomorrow? The response, butt plugs. And then some things that are changing the world of geek nerd, such as new PCs, upgrades, consoles, current gen stuff, next gen systems, or maybe tabletop games and technology. So there was the next time. We never actually decided on what the hell we were talking about tonight. Like, that's... Oh, hold on. Here's one from Blue. The virtues of using load resistance factors design versus allowable strength design in steel buildings.
I hate you all so much.
Like this is what drunken people, how they figure out. This is how G.N.A figures out how to do a show. We get horribly drunk and we start throwing.
Hold on.
This is not the truth at all.
Granted, we haven't done our Monday night chat in a very long time. I would say since Blue left us and abandoned us, so it's his fault.
I agree.
It's all abandonment issues on Blue.
I agree. I think this is Blue's fault.
I don't think it's Blue's fault. I think this is you guys' inability to kind of come together as a cohesive unit to discuss a meaningful topic.
What the fuck are you talking about? We touched tips, Cecil and I.
Think you're
We've come together real well.
You said unit.
I don't know. You got one guy here who's playing Crackdown 3, so he can't be trusted.
And we got you who's not playing anything. How the hell are we supposed to trust you?
Because you can trust me.
Is not causation.
Because I will tell you this.
Right now, Shinzu is an interloper.
So I'll tell you this. I did you proud, Cecil. We almost got kicked out of the hotel for bringing 4 cakes with us.
Nice! Yes! Why the hell did you not invite me, you dickhead?
Well, honestly, I didn't really know they were going to be there. They just kind of showed up. Like, we had brewed, and they're like, hey, let's bring the kegs. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure they're not going to like this. So we went to go ahead and bring them in, and I guess the hotel security saw it, and they knocked on our door, and they're like, you need to remove the kegs. You're not allowed to have them in the hotel. And I was like, is it a law? And they're like, no, it's just a hotel policy. And bastards. So we removed the kegs, but then they were like knocking on our door once every day to see if we were being allowed because they wanted to kick us out of the hotel. We had our mini bar that we had with us stocked full of alcohol. So rather than drinking beer, I just drank liquor the entire weekend.
Good call.
And actually, I was drinking some Bully Boy old-fashioned mix, which is absolutely delicious.
Alrighty, so our topic for tonight is the virtues of using load resistance factor design versus allowable strength design in steel buildings. How does everybody feel about that?
Can we actually talk about dungeon crawlers instead?
I would need the difference defined. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, dude, come on, it's obvious. It's a difference. The difference is one is load resistance factor design versus allowable strength design. I mean, come on, isn't that like straightforward?
No.
I would say
fucking least.
I would say go into K-Flex panels and make sure your bolts are long enough to the I-beam so that the K-Flex panels do not buckle under the stress.
But can the panels hold a load of that size?
Exactly. That's what you got to do. It's a lot of mathematics. You got to do weight per square foot over
how many,
each of
how do you calculate how many loads? How many loads do you have to drop to break something?
I got to know.
The Sharpie V-notch test. Check it out.
Is this the steel that gets melted by jet fuel?
Yes.
No. All right. Well, then it sounds like we're good.
Steel
fuel can't melt jet beams?
Yeah, steel fuel can't. You just named the show. You just
name of the show. Yes.
Just
name of the show
right there.
So I'm just honestly trying to figure out why I came back. I really am.
Because you missed us?
I thought I did. Now I'm not so sure anymore.
Oh,
I got you choking on some sort of mystery liquid some old dude handed you. Yeah. And I got
surprised you're still with us for that reason, actually.
I know, right? Jesus.
I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm not sure what proof this is, but this will be the first time that an ounce and a half of alcohol has got me fucked up.
At least you could say, like, if you get dry socket, you won't feel it.
Oh, no. Oh, speaking of which, all right, remember how I told you guys about, oh, Christ, I went over to G.N.A crew chat, and now the only thing that's playing on loop is that picture of that rhino shitting. God, I gotta get off of here. I can't think like this. And I'm just gonna leave the chat accidentally.
Oh, wow. I was saying, shit, he really ejected himself from the chat. So, guys, what are you gonna talk about? Cecil's gone.
He just fucking
back.
He just comes back. He's like, "Yeah, I scrapped the Audacity for the night. I'm just done. The show's not airing. We're done."
Everybody, fucking delete your shit.
Rhino poops.
What the fuck was I talking?
You said I was obsessed with turds, and yet you're playing a rhino shitting on repeat.
Yeah. That wasn't me. Zyber posted it.
Yeah, but you've been looking at it.
Yeah, so you have it on repeat.
What the hell was I saying?
You should put it in reverse.
I don't know. You're talking about a rhino shitting on repeat.
No, but
that's
before
all I understand.
the rhino shitting.
You needed to leave the chat, and you left
that
the chat.
was after the rhino shitting that I left the chat. What was before the rhino shitting?
I don't remember. All I remember is Rhino shitting. That pretty much caps like the entire night we're having.
Yeah, you really can't ask me that, by the way. It's just not even remotely fair.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
And I've moved on to maple bourbon, so.
Nice. So I guess I got to really, well, we're getting towards the end anyways here because we've been at this for a while. So what the hell should we talk about next week?
Oh, should we do questions first and then talk about?
Oh shit! Good point. Do we have questions?
How am I gone for 2 weeks and I still remember how to do this stuff?
Dude, this stuff is strong. Okay, like, really friggin'
The
strong.
piss is strong with this one.
Hey, good news. We have no questions. I mean, bad news.
No questions.
Bad news.
We have no questions.
But good news because we didn't miss any. So
who was supposed to make the questions?
You.
I was supposed to make the questions.
You were. That was your job. You had one job.
I had one job.
Just ask a bunch.
Oh shit, Cyber. Did you have to say something, or was that old?
That was old.
Oh, thank God. Whew. All right. So, what do you guys want to talk about next week?
Well, what games are coming out that anyone's interested in playing?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's the sad part. So, you want to talk about how the fact that the game industry is letting us down?
Well, we can pretty much sum that up in like
Crackdown
State
3.
of Games. Crackdown 3.
I know, Crackdown 3. Yeah. We do like buyer's remorse. Or even
it's not even
remorse. Just freeloader's remorse.
Like,
I got something for free and I still hate it.
I can't believe this is taking physical space on my hard drive right now.
Oh shit! Is it because you downloaded it? Do I have it on my Xbox? If that's the case, I'm gonna just shoot my Xbox and get it over with.
We had because I think the Game Pass doesn't transfer system to system.
Yeah, no, the Game Pass won't. But do you have
Right.
to go into the Game Pass to launch the game, or do you download the game and you just play it because you have a Game Pass?
Because
So it might actually be on my Xbox.
I don't think so.
I don't know. If it is, I'm shooting my Xbox and just getting it over.
If that were the truth, then you would
don't
have,
shoot it. Give it to me.
You'd have
I'll
Sea
give
of
it a
Thieves.
nice home.
You'd have Sea of Thieves if that were true.
This is true. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one. It would be installed. Honestly, don't know what we should talk about next week. We can talk about. I got nothing.
We should examine. Oh no, that's not going to work. I was going to say we should just pick like one game.
Oh, I got
like,
it. How about we talk about the quality of the people that play games like Crackdown 3?
Man, you are really shitting all over that, man.
I really hate that game. I've hated Crackdown since the very first one. Like, it was just a bad game.
This is the worst kind of discrimination. the kind
Screw
that affects
racism.
me.
And I feel, honestly, I do feel bad that Article was really hoping that Crackdown 3 would finally get... I mean, they've had 3 games to get it right. You figure they've just... a blind squirrel eventually finds a nut.
Yeah.
So an
That's
entire
basically
gaming
what I was
studio
hoping for, yeah.
couldn't actually get it somewhat in the vicinity of a ballpark. They pretty much were going to the ballpark and then stopped off at a Denny's and got food poisoning.
Well, it's like they're playing golf, right? And they're like right outside of the green, but they keep just like every time they hit it, they just go off on the other side of the green now. So they're still just fucking out in the weeds. They can't seem to hone that vision to create something decent, which
Here's
is
the question.
sad.
What haven't we really discussed? Because we've talked about so much stuff on the show that like I don't want to do a repeat, but I feel at this point in time, we're probably going to have to do a repeat on something.
No, there's plenty of stuff we haven't talked about.
I think we should do another tech show. We haven't done one in a very long time.
Tech show, like in gear coming out, things that we're looking forward to type of thing?
Yeah, like, we used to back in the day when I first came on and Mattman was here with us. We'd have that like show every once in a while talking about tech.
All right.
You'd just be
I'm
talking
down
about
with that.
foldable phones and how they're going to suck.
Well, I mean, I'm interested in foldable phones and how they're going to work out.
Absolutely. Not the first generation. Oh my gosh, those things are going to be awful.
It could go either. Well, you know what? How about this? Let's talk about that next week.
There you go.
There we go.
Problem
All right.
solved. All right, cool. So on that note, Zyber, where can people find that?
You can find me palling around on the G.N.A. Discord. You can find me also on G.N.A. Twitter, Facebook, as well as Zyber Games, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you want the links, go to my Twitter. All the links are there.
Rock on. Article, where can people find you at?
You can find me right here at This Is Article. Also on Instagram as I Got Cronies. Figure out the spelling yourself. And on Xbox Live as Outstanding CF2. That's about it.
Formerly Club of Baby Seal.
Don't you have a YouTube?
No, I deleted all that shit.
Dude, we went over that like a long time ago.
I don't keep track of
actually,
what-
well over a year ago.
You're such a horrible brother.
He's my brother?
What?
What? No.
What?
No, what?
We're all brothers here. We all drank the Kool-Aid.
He's my brother from the same mother.
Ugh.
Where can we find you at, Shinzu?
What a
People can find me bowing around the G.N.A podcast, also on Twitter as Secret Solvent, all one word, that's Secret Solvent. That's also my Twitch is Secret Solvent. You can find me on all those platforms under that same username, but you'll never find me on Crackdown 3.
You can also hear the enunciation when you go to his Secret Solvent Twitter.
Twitter.
We'll make a bunch
To be
of.
fair,
I'm gonna make a bunch of fake Twitter accounts and just shit all over your posts.
Oh, please do.
And I'm Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else, Ustream, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, pretty everywhere else that you can possibly think of, you can find me there. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you enjoyed listening to us, let other people find us. Or let other people know. Something like that. I don't know. I wrote the line forever ago. I don't remember what the hell it was. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, Spotify, wherever the hell else you want to find us. If we're not there, let us know. We'll upload there. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook by searching at G.N.A Podcast, all one word. You can also join the Discord chat, see the pinned tweet. We do game show night the first Saturday of every month. So if you're listening to this, we just had one last Saturday from your perspective. And you can you can check it out on www.mixer.com/G.N.A podcast. We also do horror movie night every second Saturday. So that's this Saturday coming up. And Zyberblood, what the hell are we doing for horror movie night this week? Or this month?
this month we are doing Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Nice. Oh, man. I'm a huge Alien fan, so this is going to be awesome. We also do anime nights every Sunday night at 19:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to join us for anime, it's hosted by Zyberblood himself. We are doing Hajime no Ippo, or The Fighting Spirit, if you speak English. And we are up to episode 35 now. And
Is it a bit like? Is it a bit like Mystery Science Theater?
So it's a touch Mystery Science Theater. And it's a touch like, honestly, for almost the entirety of Fighting Spirit, people really haven't been heckling all that much. And I don't know whether they're trying not to offend me because I'm the one who suggested it, but I honestly don't know. But
I actually enjoy it. I stopped watching at about episode 28, so everything from here on out is going to be new to me.
Can we please set up a slot of time to review the Netflix Godzilla movies?
oh god, yeah,
Absolutely.
The anime ones?
we can watch them if you go in there and suggest it.
Oh man, that's gonna maybe just one then.
All right, an article. Just to give you an update, I just shit on Shinzu's Twitter for you.
Oh shit, it's already starting.
It's already good. I want other people to do this too, so as many people as they want, come at me.
Anywho, we're also partnered over with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service that has a little bit of a twist. Whenever you purchase a game on it, or you purchase a bundle, there's a segment of it that goes over to charity. So if you purchase a bundle, you have a little slider down at the bottom that allows it to select what you want to give to charity, what you want to give to the developers, and what you want to give to Humble Bundle as a tip. If you put a question partner equals Humble Bundle, or fuck me, run it. Question mark partner equals G.N.A podcast at the end of the Humble Bundle link, or after whatever the question mark is, just put partner equals G.N.A podcast. It will come up and it will tell Humble Bundle that we, G.N.A podcast, sent you over there. So we don't get any, well, okay, so you can give us money. We don't want your money. We want you to give it all to charity or to the developers. They're the people who are cool. We're not. We're just sending you over there. That's all we want. It's just let them know that we sent you there. So far, in the month of February, we have made, really, $2.94. We suck at life.
Same as last week.
Wah, 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 wah.
What can I say? It's been a rough week, and I had a lot of shit to pay, so I wasn't able to buy anything.
No, it's all right, though. But you know what? Hey, we still made $2.94 this last month. It's better than making nothing. So I'm still psyched that we made anything. So because every dollar counts. And our charity is actually Extra Life, I think, is where we're given to right now.
Yes.
Double check that, but I think it's Extra Life.
Yes, it's Extra Life.
Yeah, see? Extra Life. See? Anyway, so don't forget to check out Humble Bundle. Give some money over that way. Check out our good friends. You got Remy and Tinks over on Bombshell Jackets. They do a Division podcast, as well as Caleb and Alex on Geek Squatch. Cool guys. We've been over there and they've been over here. We want to thank Morgan BS Photography for our new logo and artwork. Check him out at morganbs.com. You can also email us at G.N.A podcast at GNAandyourDNA.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. We'd love to hear from you. And last but not least, check out our website at www.GNApodcast.com. We got pictures up there. We've got the entire podcast, every episode. So go check it out. And I don't know, they'll get better. Hopefully someday, maybe, probably not. But then again, an anteater saying, "Come at me, bro," is pretty impressive. Anyway,
I love that meme.
have a great night, guys. Thanks for joining in.
You as well, brother.
Freaky.